Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Rummer, and tomorrow we will be starting the next Let's Play on this channel. But first, I wanted to do a fun video that I saw some people do in between the Let's Plays, just so we're not going straight into the next one. And it's what's on my Switch. Now I have two Nintendo Switches. I have one for recording, which is this main one, and I have the Switch Lite, which is basically the one that I play Switch games on for the most part outside of the channel. And honestly, they have some similar stuff on them, but they have different stuff as well. But honestly, a lot of these games are really fun, and I'd like to talk about a few of them as we're going through. And you can let me know if you like these games, or if you're into these games, or what do you have in your Switch as well? Do you have any of these games also? Starting off, of course, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I clicked on all of these today, guys, so there's no hint of actually what's going to be in the next Let's Play. I've clicked on all these games, just like trying to get some vibes for this stuff. But Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a really cool collection to me. I haven't played Galaxy 64. I am planning on doing it very soon, but we'll have to see the exact timing for that. Sunshine is honestly a really great game and a really fun game. It's one of the most jolly games I've had as well, and the audience for Sunshine is really cool too. Playing Sunshine was one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had, and I can't wait to actually play Galaxy, because I think Galaxy is just going to be just as fun, if not even more in some ways. Yeah, I'm really excited to play this. Of course, the Phoenix Wright trilogy. I actually bought this and it went on sale the next day. Depressing. But like, again, I played the first two games in this trilogy. I cannot wait to play the third. The second game is amazing. To me, it's even better than the first one, especially for that last case that throws everything at you and actually has some really emotional scenes in it as well. They really understand character in this game, and I honestly think that if they keep this streak going, I imagine the next game is just going to get even better. It's crazy how good like the second game in the series is, and how much I grew attached to the characters in this game, and how much I grew attached to Phoenix as well in this game too. Of course, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I would love to play through this game on the channel. I've never played the Black Eagle route, or the Blue Lions route, or even the other route as well. I've only done Golden Deers when the game came out. So I really have no idea how the other routes would go, but I think that'd be a really exciting Let's Play to do. I love this game as well. I'll be honest, I don't remember absolutely everything that happened in the game, but I remember I had fun. Yeah, but it's a really great game. We just Let's Played this. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. It's really good. It's really good. I want to talk about this more as it goes along, but this is like such a fantastic game that allowed Zelda to really shine in it. We have Pikmin 3 Deluxe, another great game that I got to play on the channel. As you can see, this is definitely the Let's Play Switch. It's the Let's Play Switch at this point. We just finished this yesterday, at least the side stories yesterday. This was, again, the biggest surprise of 2020 for me. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, one of my favorite remakes I've ever played. Link's Awakening, the original, is in my top 5 favorite Zelda games of all time, and I think this will be there with it, beside it. I think it works really well in companionship with it. The Age of Calamity demo, the Bravely Default 2 demo, which I haven't gotten around to playing. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so much freaking fun. Like, just for random jump-in fun. That's why I got it. I got it at the start of the lockdown here in Ireland, and like, it was such a great companion. Whenever I was just a little bit bored, jump in. The demo for Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I gotta start deleting demos, guys. Animal Crossing. I should show you my island sometime. I think that'd be really funny. It's really bad. It's a really bad island, but if you guys want to see it, please let me know. Paper Mario the Origami King. Such an underrated game, and I know people throw the term underrated out everywhere, but it is. It's underrated. It's such a great game with a great emotional through line and great emotional heart, some great design and beautiful art style as well. I really enjoyed my time with this game, and the boss battles can be very fun too. Obviously, there's some more stuff in here. When you go past this, you get like SteamWorld Dig 2. You get like Pokemon Home, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and stuff like that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of a Duelist, which I love this game to death. That's another game I'd love to play on the channel. I think it'd be so much fun. But I like to keep it to one Let's Play at a time. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, the first game that I've actually ever played on the Switch. I got it for the Switch, and that's why I kind of like was incredibly into it at the time. Yeah, it's a really I like the game to have on the Switch. I think like if a kid got this, they'd be excited about this. You know what I mean? If anyone got this, they'd be really excited about this. Going over to my Switch Lite, unfortunately I won't be showing any video of this because I can't capture the Switch Lite, but I can say that I have, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of a Duelist on this. There's Rune Factory 4 Special. Rune Factory 4 Special was a game I haven't finished yet, but I really did enjoy my time with it. I think that it's just a really fun game. Mechanically, I'm not very good at it, so it kind of puts me off a little bit sometimes, but it's good. Fire Emblem Three Houses, as I've talked about before. Final Fantasy X and X2, a game I now own on every single system. I just bought it for the system to have it. Like, it's my second favorite game of all time, so of course, put it on the system. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. It's Trails of Cold Steel, baby. Like, if you've never tried the series, I hope to put the first two on Switch eventually. But it works really well with it, like within the JRPG spectrum. I think that if you haven't tried it, it is a very fun game to try. And it's perfect for the Switch Lite because on the go, you can just play this anywhere. Really magical and impressive storyline that focuses so much on character. They put so much intricacy and detail into each character's design and weapons, and the story itself is so detailed as well. I think that you guys would like this feel like JRPGs. Yes, my battery is very low. Then we have Resident Evil, my favorite horror game of all time. It's not only my favorite horror game of all time, but honestly one of my favorite games of all time. I recently replayed this on the Switch, and it was just a fantastic experience to have it that close. Was just a whole new experience for me, like playing with my favorite character, one of my favorite characters of all time, Jill Valentine as well. Honestly, I recommend the Switch version to anyone. While the other versions are fine, that gets on nearly every single console at this point, I just think that the Switch version is really fun to play handheld, and like even on a TV screen it's great too. It's just to me one of the best games ever made. It's so good. And of course, Pokemon Sword and Shield. We can talk for days about how people feel about this game and how people like this game and don't like this game. For me, it was just like, 22 hours of a playthrough of just a bit of fun. Like, I had fun. That's what it is. It's just like this fun little game where you collect Pokemon and do this thing, and that's kind of like what Pokemon has been for me for years. Like I really love the aspect of just going on a journey and just traveling through these kind of pretty areas and collecting Pokemon. And Pokemon Sword and Shield kind of fed into that. It really did. And yeah, I've had this Nintendo Switch for about 2 years. I've had the Switch Lite for a few months. What I really love about the Switch is that it can be both a side console and a main console. What we've learned from Nintendo selling this console as the highest selling console every single month is that people don't need 4K, people don't need 60 FPS, people don't need all this stuff. People just want to play good games, and whether people like it or not, that's what's on the Switch. That's what's always been on the Switch, and it's like been what it's been touting since the beginning. You pick up the system, you play it on the go, you have good games, and that's it. That's what you need. And I think the system itself, when you look at the actual system, it kind of like evokes that, right? It has like a simple UI, it has a simple section where you pick your games, a simple download system, a simple store. Everything is just games, and that's why it's selling so well, because it's so enticing to not only children but adults. The Switch has a fan base that stretches far across all age groups, which is fantastic, and that's exactly what you want for video games. You want everyone playing video games. And I can honestly say that for me personally, it is not maybe my main console, but like honestly, what is? Like, when you're a person that just likes to play on every single system and just likes to play on every single system they have, there's no real main console. It's just about the games. Of course, you guys can tell me what you have on your Switch, and I think that honestly it'd be really fun to hear that. Because like, it's so weird, because sometimes you'll find like these weird indie games on someone's Switch. Sometimes you'll find like people have these like crazy games like that you've never even seen before on your Switch. And I think that's what's great about the Switch. It's allowed people who honestly maybe don't always buy into console hype to buy a less expensive system and just buy a bunch of like indie games or just regular games or games on sale and find something that they might not have played before. For me, this has just been an experience with the Switch that I've loved. I've had the Switch now for almost, I think, like 2 years now. Think about 2 years. And I have not, I love it so much that I bought a second one. That's generally what it was, just so I could keep one of them at home and bring the other one around if I wanted to. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.